Is it possible for XRP to reach $100, or is that just a dream? Plus, Ondo could be getting ready to take off soon, along with this other altcoin that's set to have its mainnet launch very soon. This is your Altcoin Buzz News. Hey, what's up everyone? My name is Cody, and if you're new here, make sure to like, subscribe, and turn on notifications so you know when we drop latest content. Follow us on Twitter, altcoinbuzz.io, and as always, not financial advice, and wish you the best of luck in your crypto ventures. Alright guys, I hope you had a great weekend, and I hope you didn't get yourself chopped up because we are pretty much in the same exact spot we were before. Actually, we're the same spot we've been for the last 12 days now. If you see, we're at $96,000 and around $500 for the last 12 days, which is actually insane because this has chopped up so many people. So I hope at least you guys are staying safe and off of leverage right now because this has been brutal. But starting off today, we have Crypto Rover saying whales are buying Bitcoin like never seen before. Are you guys ready? So whales are buying a lot more Bitcoin, and actually Ash Crypto here shares a whale bought 404.5 Bitcoin worth $39.4 million on Binance. While retail is buying meme coins, smart money is loading up on Bitcoin. So today we're gonna go into a lot of the meme coins and a lot of the coins that happened over this weekend. A lot of drama happened over the weekend with certain countries, which we'll get to in a minute. But while while retail is buying meme coins, whales are buying Bitcoin and loading up for the next move up. Then we have Crypto Rover also saying FTX repayments will start tomorrow on February 18th. $18 billion will flow into Bitcoin and altcoins. This is massive. So while he does say this, there is a bit of nuance you have to know to this. Most of the whales and the big money on FTX sold their claims many months ago. So all the people who had millions of dollars in this probably got around 90 cents to the dollar on their claim already. So the money has mostly been allocated to big investors. Now, will these big investors then take this money that they get from FTX and put it back into Bitcoin and altcoins? Possibly. But we'll have to see what actually happens tomorrow because I don't think it's going to be this huge day one surge that like everyone got paid and now just buy a bunch of altcoins. I don't think it's going to be exactly like that. I think what's going to happen is people are going to wait and see, people who got, have less than like $1 million in their account, a bunch of retail users like us, people who just have money in their account, they're going to wait to see what happens because the market has been really bad. And people don't want to just go and ape a bunch of, at least I don't want to go and ape a bunch of money into altcoins right now, where I'm not exactly sure what the market's going to do because with Bitcoin here at the midline and looking like it wants to go lower down towards the range low around $92,000, I'm not sure if this is the area where I'd be going to ape a bunch of altcoins, especially with how most of the altcoins look. So we're going to have to see what happens over the next couple of days. You don't have to be the first person to buy. You can wait and see what other people start to do with their money if Bitcoin starts to go up and if altcoins start to go up. So you don't have to be the first person to ape money back into altcoins if you do get money back from FTX tomorrow. But I also think this number is very misleading. There's not $18 billion worth going to retail users. A lot of it was bought up by claims companies, and they already hold a big portion of this money so far. Then we also have Justin. JP Morgan has bought $100 million worth of MicroStrategy stock. So that's very bullish for MicroStrategy and Bitcoin because they're just going to use it to buy even more Bitcoin. And then we also have, this is an FOMC view to keep an eye on heading into the Fed Chair Powell's congressional grilling on Wednesday. So I believe we have FOMC on Wednesday this week. And this is the probability of where rates will be via the Fed futures at the end of the year. 4.25 to 4.5% would be no change and is now 16%. So currently this is where the Fed's exchange rate is right now at 4.25. That's where it currently is. And as of right now, over the past month or so, the percentage has gone down from 29.8%. So most people think there will be at least one rate change sometime this year. And so the most common one is people think we're probably going to get either one rate cut of 25 basis points, which would take us down to 400 to 425, or two rate cuts, which would take us to 375. So the biggest probability right now is that we'll have one or two rate cuts right now, with one rate cut being the most probable happening. And then we also have, Fed Chair Powell being grilled on Wednesday as well. So we're going to have to see how his tone is, if he's dovish, if he's hawkish. And then we have Crypto RS saying, Justin, Senator Loomis calls to update the U.S. Strategic Reserve with Bitcoin compared to Fort Knox, which holds U.S. gold reserves and hasn't been audited since 1974. So over the weekend, someone said Elon Musk should audit Fort Knox, where all of the gold is, which hasn't really been audited since 1974. So over 50 years. It hasn't been audited, and he says surely it's surely it's reviewed at least every year. People are like, no, probably not. And so Cynthia Loomis says Bitcoin fixes this. A Bitcoin reserve could be audited anytime, 24/7, with a basic computer. It's time to upgrade our reserves. So that'd be very bullish for Bitcoin if we did just do a little swap for gold for Bitcoin. And then we have Michael Saylor proposing the US should acquire 20% of all Bitcoin. Not 1%, not 2%, 20% of all Bitcoin.
A very simple thing that the US ought to do is they ought to sell the gold and buy Bitcoin with it and buy 20% of the Bitcoin network. It's very simple. Just swap the gold for Bitcoin. If anybody actually swaps out their treasury bills for Bitcoin, then the US is going to own it all. It's kind of like just getting Alaska or the Louisiana Purchase for free. They could pretty much have 20% of the network for free overnight just with a swap. They could even print the money. I mean, they could buy it for next to nothing. The only alternative to the treasury bill for anybody is Bitcoin. And so just do that, and Bitcoin becomes the world reserve capital network, and the US will own both sides of the equation. They'll own the currency and the capital.
By now, you've seen that big post-election pump in Bitcoin and the huge liquidation that hit most of the market in January. But Bitcoin isn't the only one pumping so far in 2025. Did you notice that Sui's pumping as well? It's quickly become one of the leading alts in the market, so let's check out why. Sui is killing it in all the big sectors it supports, like DeFi, where Sui crossed $1 billion in TVL and is almost at $1.5 billion in record time. Sui liquidity aggregator DeepBook launched its Deep token in October. It hit an all-time high in January, and it's almost at a new all-time high now. Walrus is changing the game in decentralized data storage, and Solana builders are now building on Sui with integrations like Phantom and Backpack. Sui even has a small but growing meme coin market for meme coin lovers. If you haven't used Sui lately, then come give it a try and follow Sui's X account for all the latest updates, linked down below. And then moving on, we have World Liberty Finance coins. We have a movement, which is one of the newest coins that World Liberty Finance, or Donald Trump's DeFi project, has been acquiring. And Beacon says the movement public mainnet is scheduled to launch within 1 to 3 weeks. The move is among the top coins held by Trump's holding company, World Liberty Finance. US crypto narrative is expected to remain strong in the coming years, and Move appears to be one of the most promising tokens of this narrative. Moment says, get ready for your Move drop. Mr. Trump keeps stacking, now holding over $4 million in Move. He knows something for sure. Also, Movement Cornucopia TVL just hit $200 million. Those are some solid numbers. Expecting a lot more on-chain for Move once the mainnet launches. And we also recently posted that Trump's World Liberty Finance bought more Move, $1.4 million worth, so there's something going on here. So with a mainnet launch for Move coming up, there could be something brewing. Now, I will say Move has pretty much gone to the bottom of the range, so this is probably as good an area to, start accumulating Move if you did want to get it. We are pretty much at the bottom of the range. We're starting to make a little bit of higher lows here, which is actually really nice. So this is the support level around 50 cents. And then we have the next resistance level around 60 to 61 cents here. So this is the next area that needs to be conquered. And I think what's going to happen is probably over the coming weeks as Move starts to post more updates and they have the mainnet launch and more things start to happen on the chain, I think this price probably will break out of this consolidation we've been having down here in the 50s. We'll break out, we'll retest this level at 60 cents, and then probably go up higher towards these levels again. I expect it to go at least towards these levels around 84 cents, this peak here, and this level of resistance in the near future. So Move is another one that I could see, as Donald Trump has been accumulating here down at the bottom, actually, and World Liberty Finance has been accumulating it down here at a great price. Hopefully it'll offset their Ethereum losses. And then for another World Liberty Finance coin, we have Ondo, which is officially in network effect mode. So far in 2025, we've seen Ondo Summit with TradFi giants, the integration of OUSG to XRP with RLUSD, the integration of USDY on the XLM, the integration of USDY and OUSG to BitGo custody, Ondo Nexus with TradFi asset managers, news of Ondo chain being rolled out, and growing connections with Plume. So the network effect of Ondo is taking over. Ondo is one of the most connected coins towards Donald Trump as well, with multiple different touches through, Paul Atkins at the SEC and Securitize, with BlackRock, with all these people. So Ondo is one of the most connected to Donald Trump. And then recently we've been seeing a lot of XRP rumors, and one being the partnership between XRP and Elon Musk announced. So this is 100% a rumor. This is not, true or fact. But it is a rumor. On Binance Square, it said that Ripple's CEO confirmed that they're working closely with Musk, and this partnership could potentially drive XRP's value up to $600. Now, is that $600 per XRP? that would be an absolutely insane number. And I do know that, Andre, he's one of the finance influencers. He made a video recently saying why XRP could hit $100. Now, in this video, he talked about all the banking and, all the banking systems, all the typical XRP, stuff. And while it is all good, it would have to triple Bitcoin's current market cap to get to $100. So XRP would have to be, I think it's like over $5.7 trillion to get to $100. And that would be triple what Bitcoin is currently at. Can this happen? Yes, it can happen at some point. But $600 would take it over a $30 trillion market cap, which is actually crazy. But $100, yes, that is possible. But I will say the caveat here that a lot of people don't mention is the cycles in crypto. Can XRP get to $100? Probably at some point. Can it get to $100 this cycle? Most likely not. And I don't want people to be, setting these huge, lofty expectations for the cycle for XRP, which has already done what seems like I think a 5 or 6x so far this cycle, which is huge for a huge, big market cap. So to expect $100 this cycle is setting a lot of people up for failure who are just going to hold to $100 because there are cycles. And so what's most likely going to happen is XRP will probably reach, some multiple from here. Maybe it's a 3x, a 5x from here, $10, $15 maybe at the peak, who knows? But what's going to happen is then it's going to die down again like the rest of the market. And then a lot of people are going to be crushed and they're going to think it's over, only for XRP to come back again next cycle and then maybe go up to $100 that cycle or maybe the cycle afterwards. But with TradFi, it's not as cyclical or the cycles aren't as fast as crypto. So a lot of people are going to be expecting $100 this cycle and not knowing that, crypto markets go up and down like this. And, we're not expecting XRP to hit $100 anytime soon. It's going to be maybe 2030, maybe 2032, something like that. But I just want everyone to be cautious if they're, buying XRP at $2, hoping for a 50x with their entire life savings, that you might get wrecked. I will say though, on the high time frame on the daily chart, XRP does look pretty good right now. Like I was saying last week when it was somewhere up here, I said I want to see it come back down towards $2.58 to do a level reclaim here. And then I would like to see it go higher, at least towards $3 to maybe around the new all-time highs around 330. But it is very heavily dependent on what happens with Bitcoin, what happens with Trump, and all the news there. Tariffs, taxes, all that stuff. So I do expect us to come back down here towards 255 to 260-ish, do a level reclaim if it is strong, and then it'll continue higher. But if it does break down through here, which I don't want to see, if it does continue down through here and then does an underside retest around 250, we may be heading back down towards this level. So that's what we don't want to see. So you want to be watching what happens around the 250 level this week and over the next couple of days, because it's pretty much all dependent on Bitcoin and the rest of the crypto market as well. Then we have the biggest scandal of the weekend, which is crazy because I was away. This was like a Saturday. I was away for the day. I was touching grass, and I come back the next day to see I missed an entire meta in crypto, and this is absolutely insane, but it's probably better that I missed it. So the Kobayashi letter shares Javier Milei, I don't even know how to say his name, Javier Milei just destroyed the meme coin market. Hours ago, Argentinian President Milei launched a meme coin, Libra, for the growth of their economy. Within 5 hours, over $4.4 billion of market cap was erased. Is this the biggest rug pull in history? A thread. So starting off, it all began with a post at 5:01 p.m. from Javier saying, as seen during President Trump's meme coin launch, the first hour was full of speculation. Was this a hack or was this a real launch? It turned out to be real as multiple other Argentinian politicians posted the news. So he has, on his actual X account, Javier was saying, he posted the contract address, which is just insane for presidents to be posting contract addresses. So he posted the contract address for a Libra token. And then right off the bat, something seemed off about this project. The website says the purpose of the launch is to boost the Argentine economy by funding small projects. The icing on the cake, the website literally links to a Google form to apply for funding, which is strange. So you can go straight to their website and you can apply just on a simple Google sheet for funding. Then moving on, we have, it gets worse. The website was created hours before launch, as shown below. The domain was registered for a 1-year registration period. There is no public owner information, and there are multiple restricted domain statuses. Was this project literally created overnight? Then, within 3 hours of the launch, insiders in Libra began cashing out. According to Bubble Maps, $87.4 million was cashed out within the first 3 hours. Furthermore, 82% of Libra was held in one cluster, and no tokenomics were shared with the public. But it gets even worse. As Bubble Maps notes below, insiders were adding one-sided liquidity pools on Meteora with only Libra. They were moving USD and SOL and used these liquidity pools instead of selling on the market. Libra fell 90% plus as the $87.4 million in sales absorbed all the buy pressure on the top. Within minutes of the launch, multiple large holders began liquidating millions of USD worth of Libra. This included gains of $4 million or more as Libra rose to $4.6 billion in market cap. And after the top was set at 5:40 p.m., so literally 40 minutes later, the coin fell in a literal straight line. Now, Javier Milei has posted that he was not aware of the details of the project. He said that after becoming aware of the details, he decided to stop spreading the word and delete the post. Libra just fell to a new low of $200 million in market cap, racing $4.4 billion. The launch of this coin took so much liquidity out of the market that even the Trump coin fell sharply. We saw over $500 million in market cap erased from Trump after the launch, and more than 50,000 wallets became holders of Libra within the first 2 hours of launch. Now, the entire event has completely destroyed the majority of the liquidity in the meme coin market. 6 billion plus of the market has been erased over the last 3 hours across the market. Our meme coin's officially dead. So that is absolutely insane. The sentiment on crypto Twitter this weekend has pretty much what I feel like hit a low. It feels like it has never been this bad. I mean, when the Trump coin continued to dump, the sentiment was pretty bad, but it was kind of like a slow bleed over a while. Now it feels like this kind of feels like the bottom event. Usually there's like some kind of event that leads to like the bottom of or for a little bit. This kind of feels like that event. I'm hoping, at least. I'm hoping there's not something worse. We also have Damien saying, wow, whole Solana market going down. Unbelievable. I thought the effect of Libra was temporary during its launch, but now the aftermath looks much, much worse. Everyone is in despair and selling their bags to cover their losses from Libra. Sad. So pretty much if you lost a bunch of money on Libra, you're selling other things to cover those losses. So a lot of people are just selling out of a lot of coins, especially on Solana, different Solana meme coins. So a lot of people are selling out of Solana. They're upset at Solana. They're upset at Libra, obviously. But yeah, it's an interesting time because there's almost like a flight back to quality happening right now. People are starting to really realize there's got to be a better way to make money. We can't just keep rugging each other back and forth on Solana. And I think we're getting to that point where we might start to see, a big flight back to quality. That's why Bitcoin, even though all these altcoins are down a whole bunch of money, Bitcoin is actually up, still relatively fine. Like this isn't, amazing, but it's still been in this 10% range for a long time. Meanwhile, other coins like Solana look like this. This was the Trump pump of Trump's meme coin. And then after just a bunch of rugs and stuff like that, Solana is now looking like this, heading back down to the range low. It's currently at 183, but I definitely see it coming back to test this at 175 for sure. So somewhere around here, it should get a bounce at some point, but man, the sentiment is really bad on Solana so far. We also have the Solana Hub saying, Solana's feeling the heat right now, fam. After the Libra rug and other meme coin fiascos, trust is at an all-time low. But attacking Solana because ruggers use it doesn't make sense. No one can ruin Solana and much more ahead. So the sentiment is really low on Solana right now. I will say, we are looking for new narratives. Right now, it's, World Liberty Finance coins. Maybe in the future or in the next couple of days, it's going to be Binance BNB coins. But I think at some point, people are going to get tired of the rugs and the meme coins and all this stuff. And they're going to start going back to actual projects with real utility and, or at least, potential utility. And yeah, I think this movement that we've had over the past weekend is going to expedite, that kind of slow drawn out, realization that we need to go to quality tokens and we can't just keep doing meme coin casino all day long. At least that's what I hope. So that's it for the video, guys. I hope you guys enjoyed this one. Hopefully there's going to be better positive news in the future. I will say Bitcoin doesn't look the best right now, but it is just keeping chopping around here. So probably another couple days or maybe week of chop, and then we'll eventually get out of here. I think it really depends on what happens with FOMC and Trump and all that stuff. So I hope you guys enjoyed this video, and I'll see you guys tomorrow.